It's another day in the life. Yay! Thank God for that. Actually, thank God every day that you wake up. It's a wonderful life. Anyway, today I'm making some veggie broth. I have a whole bunch of veggie scraps in my freezer, and I want to start using some of those up. So don't throw those veggie scraps away. Put them in a big freezer bag and put them in your freezer, and you can make broth out of it. So out of garbage, you can make something delicious and nutritious. So I was watching a video today, and this is from a gal in her channel is called Clutter Fairy. And she was talking about how she went through a period in her life where she had chronic pain, she suffered from migraine headaches, and she has a video about it. But anyway, she had some really good ideas on people like me, and some of you I know have the same issue, and how to get through your day without totally becoming overwhelmed and immobile. So one of the things that she suggested was to make a list of things that you can do in 15 minutes. So because it is important that you do some activity and you do some rest, because I know I'm guilty of this. When I have days where I feel really good and my joints aren't aching and hurting, and as we get older we all get aches and pains, or we just aren't the old machines that we used to be. We aren't the Terminator anymore. So anyway, she said, on days where you feel really good, you just kind of go gung-ho and you just overdo it, and then for 2 days after that, you're not good for anything. So it's better to just pace yourself and set a timer for 15 minutes and just go do something for 15 minutes. Even if it's just, sorting papers or walking around your house, or, doing a little bit of straightening up or vacuuming your one room or whatever. Make yourself a list of things that you can do in 15 minutes and go by that, and then go rest. Go sit down, go have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever it is you like to do, read a magazine, watch some YouTube, and then when you're feeling okay again, then do another 15 minutes. And there'll be some days where 15 minutes is all you can do, and that's okay. But I know it's extremely frustrating to not be able to get anything done. And, it doesn't take any time at all for your house to just kind of explode and get out of control. At least that's how it is at my house. Especially if you live with kids, or you live with animals, or maybe you're the caretaker of an elderly person, whatever your situation is. So I thought that was a really good idea. And then she said to make a second list for when you're feeling better, that you could do maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But I thought it was a really good video, and she had some really good ideas. I'll see if I can find the video and I'll link it below. But she's got some great organizing ideas, and I just found her channel and I really like it. So go check her out. That's called Clutter Fairy, in case I forget to link it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you this big epic broth that I'm making. It's not rocket science, and it probably won't even take you 15 minutes. It'll take you 5. So, but you'll have a good basis for a good soup, whatever you decide to do. And if you're a meat eater, you can save your bones, save your scraps from your chicken. When I ate meat, which was several years ago, I think it's probably 7 years now since I had meat, but I used to make soup out of, I'd buy those roasted chickens at the grocery store, and then I would save the carcass and I would make a total new meal out of that, whatever came off the bone, and that makes delicious soup stock too. So, you don't have to put yourself in a box and, you know, just use your imagination. So anyway, I'm going to show you my epic broth video. So I'll be back after that.
Well, I was looking through my freezer and trying to make some room in there. So I found all these scraps, veggie scraps. So I'm going to stick all these, not these, I'm putting these back, but this is a huge bag, another small bag. I'm going to put these in the slow cooker and make some vegetable broth. So I also have some tomatoes, and this one's starting to go bad, so I need to get rid of those. Those will be going in too. And I have a very small slow cooker here that I made the vegetable lasagna in the other day. So I'm just going to let it cook all day and see how it tastes, but it should make a good soup. And the veggie scraps are just anything. Peelings, pieces of celery, onion peels, just whatever. As long as they're in good shape. I put them in a bag in the freezer, and now I'm going to make some veggie broth. So here I have some more veggies. Now these are just the ends of asparagus. I'm only going to make some asparagus soup out of those, make some broth, but I'm not going to use those now. And these will go back in the freezer. So I have all these bins in the freezer. These are the veggies that I just put back in. And the other big bag I have in the pot, so I'm going to cook that. And then when those veggies are all cooked, I'm going to take all those out, and then I'm going to make a soup out of them. But I like these bins. I got them all at the Dollar Tree, and it keeps my freezer neat because this freezer is deep and it's very narrow. So this way I can store a lot of things, and I keep a list of all the things I have in my freezer. This shelf has fruits. This has veggie meats and some mushrooms up there. So that's what I keep there. And then in the drawers, I try and keep everything in categories. This has some miscellaneous things in it. This is rice that I cooked. So I like to keep food on hand. And here's some more meats. These are the store-bought meats, and I have some leeks down there. And then in the doors I just put random things. So anyway, use what you have in your freezer. So I bought and I washed all these containers because I'm out of them, and this is what I'm filling my freezer up after I use my stuff in there. And it's great for one serving. I've talked about those before. So now I'm going to make my soup. Okay, so I have all my frozen scraps in here, and now I'm going to add water. And I'm going to add as much as I can. So that should do it. It fills it up. And that should be enough to make one container of broth, and that's 30 ounces. So I'm going to cook that up. I'm going to chop up these tomatoes and stick those in. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I have my slow cooker on high, and I'm going to add some of these tomatoes. And I'm going to keep a few of these little cherry tomatoes out in my salad for later. Some salad carbohydrates, but tomatoes give your soup a wonderful flavor. And I like to add tomatoes to a lot of different things. So that should be good. I'm not going to add any salt right now, but I will eventually. I'll taste it. And we'll see how this soup turns out. Well, it's not actually soup. I'm making broth. The soup will come later. But this should make a really good broth. And these little tomatoes, I'm going to add in there too. These will go in my salad. So if you have some tomatoes that are a little soft and you don't feel like making tomato sauce, you can always add them to your scraps. So because who doesn't have vegetable scraps, right? Everybody. Now I've been drying these garlic cloves for a while, and they're dry. I was going to make garlic powder out of them, but I'm going to add some of them to the soup, maybe 5 or 6 of them. And this was a pepper that I've been drying. But I'm not going to add that because I don't want this broth to have any heat to it. I can always add that later. So there you go. From garbage, you can make something delicious and nutritious. So I'm going to cover that up now. And let that cook. And I'm going to let that cook a good 8 hours, if not longer. I want this to all cook down and make a very rich broth. So, and that'll be the start of a lot of good recipes. All right.
Okay, well that was my epic vegetable broth. Can't get any easier than that. So, before I go, I'm going to post a couple pictures at the end of this video. And I am going to show you, now most of my house, most of it, is organized and neat. It's not always cleaned and, you know, vacuumed and dusted, but I've been spending, quite a while now purging and going through things, and, you know, I'm not a minimalist, I never will be, but I do like my drawers and cupboards and everything to be neat and organized. I still have work to do, and every year I go through the house, you know, one room at a time, because it just takes me forever. But anyway, I have a room of shame, and it's my guest craft room, and it is a disaster. And it's been a disaster since I had my grandson's room painted, and everything got shoved in that room and it never got unshoved. So I have a new challenge for myself and anybody else that would like to join in on a video of your room of shame. And then I'm going to use this 15 minutes to a half an hour that I've been talking about earlier here in the video. And every day I want to make some progress in my room of shame. So if there's anybody else out there in YouTube land that would like to join me in my challenge, but this is a challenge to myself because that room bothers me. It really bothers me, and I want to get it done. I'm giving myself till Christmas. So hopefully I can get there, and I know I'll have good days and bad days, and days where I'm not home, where I won't be able to get anything done, but I do want to post pictures of my progress, and I do have an idea in my head of how I want this room to look. I want it to be very peaceful, and I don't want it to be like just a regular craft room, but I want things tucked away and so that it looks nice, and it looks like a guest room too. But I have a lot of crafting things, a lot. Like I said, I had my own little business before making jewelry, and I'm not getting rid of any of that stuff because I like jewelry myself, and I like giving it as gifts, and like I said, I may just start selling it again. But anyway, if you have a room of shame and you want to join me, feel free. Let me know if you're going to make a video, comment below. If you do make a video, feel free to leave me a link in my comments, and so my other subscribers, they can go watch your video, whatever you want to do. So anyway, I'm up to 545, 47, something like that, subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you for being so kind and taking the time to subscribe, for watching my videos, for interacting with me. I love comments. I love answering comments. I love when you guys talk to each other. It's awesome. So, and anybody that has a channel that would like to link their channel to my channel, feel free. It's all one big community. And I just wanted to say I appreciate you so much, and I want to thank the people that keep coming back. I've made a lot of good friends here on YouTube, and I appreciate all of you. And for the new people, I welcome, and I do hope you subscribe. I'm sure I have some videos that might be of interest to you, some maybe not so much, but you know, you can pick and choose. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, and it's a beautiful day out. It's cold. It really, the temperature went from 80, and today I think it's only in the 50s. So, but it feels good, you know, but it is sunny. So anyway, I hope the sun shines in your life, and I love you guys. I wish you abundant blessings, and I'll see you next time.